Hello students, welcome to the chemistry class. Today we are going to continue with the fourth chapter, that is atomic structure. So in the last class we had done the discovery of electrons, and J.J. Thomson is the one who had discovered the electrons, and these electrons were the negatively charged particles. Atom is electrically neutral in nature and electrons are negatively charged particles. So the question arises here is that what is there inside an atom which is balancing this negatively charged and making an atom electrically neutral? So obviously the answer is positive charge. There must be a positive charge inside an atom which is balancing this negative charge due to the electrons and making an atom electrically neutral in nature. And these positively charged particles were discovered by Eugen Goldstein in 1886, which led to the discovery of protons. That is how the protons were discovered. So, he conducted the experiment in the same way as J.J. Thomson did. He made the cathode perforated, means there are a certain number of holes inside the cathode plate which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and the glass tube was filled with gas, and he passed a very high voltage at low pressure. What he found, he observed that the faint red glow behind the cathode, and this reddish glow was occurred due to the hitting of some rays that traveled in the straight line, and these rays were coming from the anode and passing through the perforated cathode, and these rays which are traveling in the straight line was known as anode rays, and these anode rays were consist of positive charged particles, and he named these positively charged particles protons. So what are the anode rays? These are the stream of positive charged particles known as protons, and which are emitted from anode of the discharge tube on passing electric current through a gas at very low pressure. So let's see how it is happening. So let's perform an activity. In this activity you would observe that the positive charged particles will be passed through the perforated cathode, which you can observe from the diagram that there are certain number of holes through which positive charge will be passing, and these positive charged particles were coming from the anode. Cathode rays are a stream of negatively charged particles, and anode rays are a stream of positively charged particles. So you can observe positive charge is passing through perforated cathode. These positive charged particles which are passing through the perforated cathode will make the glow, which is faint red glow behind the cathode. You can see that negative charged particles, it constitute the cathode rays, and the positive charged particle constitute the anode rays. These are also known as canal rays as they are passing through the holes of that cathode plate. Next is properties of proton. Proton is represented by the symbol P positive. Mass of proton is 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram, which is taken as 1 atomic mass unit, and the charge on proton is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, and it is exactly the same that on the electron but opposite. The proton is having positive charge and electron is having negative charge. So after the discovery of electrons and protons, J.J. Thomson proposed a model of an atom. So he tried to explain the structure of atom, that how the atomic structure looks like. So as per his model, he said that an atom is a whole positive sphere in which negatively charged particles, which are known as electrons, are embedded inside that sphere of uniform positive charge. What he did, he actually compared his structure of an atom with the Christmas pudding, in which the raisins are like the electrons, and these are the electrons which are embedded in the spherical pudding, which is the positive sphere. According to the J.J. Thomson, an atom has a sphere of positive charge in which protons are present. So you can observe from that diagram, you can see the spherical shape. Okay, so this sphere is the uniform positive charge. So you can also see, you can also observe in the diagram that the negatively charged particles, which are known as electrons, are embedded inside that positive charge sphere. So the second point is the same that I said right now, that negatively charged particles called electrons are embedded in this positive charge sphere. And the third point is that, which is very common, that positive charge is due to the protons and negative charge is due to the electrons. So these two actually balance each other, and due to which the atom is electrically neutral and atom is having no charge on it. So don't you think that we can also compare the same model with the watermelon? So watermelon is having the pulp in the shape of sphere, which is acting as a positive charge, and the seeds embedded in that positive sphere acting as a negatively charged particles called electrons. So obviously, yes, we can compare it with the watermelon and it is giving the similar structure.